The ANC is dying a natural death and let MK party lead in KZN, says EFF leader Julius Malema. The African National Congress ANC was dying a natural death with or without former President Jacob Zuma's Umkhonto weSizwe MK party, Julius Malema said on Thursday. The ANC is dying a natural death, the economy freedom fighter EFF leader said in the briefing ahead of the first sitting of parliament. He said that with or without Zuma, the projections were reflected in the May 29th elections. He added that research indicated that with the formation of the MK party, the ANC would receive less than 50% of the votes. This is the end of it. Speaking on KwaZulu-Natal and the MK party, he said the people spoke and the party should be given the opportunity to lead. The EFF is of a firm conviction that the MK party should be given the opportunity to lead the government of KwaZulu-Natal, and we as the EFF will support all processes to constitute the legislature that is led and guided by MKP as the political party that will receive the highest number of votes in the province, he said. The EFF continues to be a radical, militant and revolutionary economic emancipation movement and will not compromise principle on the altar of political and opportunistic convenience. We remain open to a discussion now and in the future that will result in a government that does not include the DA and FF+. Malema said that when the ANC met with the Democratic Alliance DA to discuss a government of national unity, GNU, they discussed positions and not principles. The DA has got no principles agreements with the ANC. They have agreed on positions, Malema said. The EFF will remain an opposition party opposed to the current government, he said. Speaking to people who opted not to vote for the EFF, Malema said that they need to live with the consequences. The people of South Africa must swallow what they have decided to chew, and they decided to chew 40% of the ANC, he said. Why do they go and make decisions and hope someone is going to rescue them from the other side? It is their own decision, Malema said. They chose load shedding and chose Ramaphosa. They chose the highest level of unemployment. They chose racism, and that's what they chose. Speaking on the government of national unity, he said the EFF has been engaging different role players, have met with the leadership of the ANC, MKP, United Democratic Movement UDM, African Transformation Movement ATM, Al-Jama'ah and the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania PAC. Despite our commitments to unite all opposition parties to completely remove the ANC from the power, since it was rejected by 59% of voters in South Africa, we did not and will never meet with the Democratic Alliance DA and all right wings or Penema-founded political parties, Malema said. These right wings and neoliberal parties represent a reactionary, counter-revolutionary and neo-colonial agenda which seeks to protect the existing property relations in South Africa where the white minority continues to be the economic majority. He said that they do not have any concrete agreement with the ANC and were waiting for the party to get back to them after 2 official meetings. We are, however, aware that the ANC is finalizing an agreement to work with the DA, the Freedom Front plus FF plus, and other reactionary political parties. As we said before, the EFF will not participate in a government that includes right-wing and reactionary political parties, Malema reiterated. We have communicated this decision and approach to the leaders of the ANC and all political parties that we are in engagement with. He said the EFF will, however, participate in parliament and provincial legislatures and will contest for the positions of speakers, deputy speakers, and chairpersons of committees. Malema said that if the ANC failed to form a coalition, the EFF will be prepared to sit back, and said his party would fully participate in parliament. The EFF has taken the decision not to play a role in the disruption of the National Assembly, but instead would be robust and engaging. We're here as a 10-year-old organization with mature parliamentary politics, well experienced to make sure that the views of those who voted for us are well represented. ANC is dead, says Esteval Party stalwart Carl Niehaus. Soon-to-be EFF MP Carl Niehaus says the ANC is dead as he labeled the looming ANC-DA-IFP a tombstone coalition. Niehaus said when he resigned from the ANC in December 2022, he stated that the ANC was no longer a national movement but a sellout organization. I said it is a rotten corpse that is dead, and the only thing that needs to be done is for it to be buried and a tombstone to be erected, he said at the time. Niehaus also emphasized that he did not believe that it was just a few top leaders like President Cyril Ramaphosa and some of his comrades who were rotten. He said the whole ANC from top to bottom was now dead. It was, he said, a corrupt sellout organization no longer working for the advancement and the liberation of the people of South Africa. He said the realization was that the whole ANC was rotten and could no longer be called a national liberation movement. Niehaus said any action to try and save the ANC was a waste of time. That was the reason why he took a deliberate decision not to join the MK party, which still continues to talk about the saving of the ANC. Hence, he joined EFF. The ANC is a lost organization, and the only thing we can do is to work step by step to make sure that it is unplugged from the power everywhere. A new liberation approach as set out by the EFF and articulated in our 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars can indeed be implemented, said Niehaus. He further said he joined the EFF and was extremely happy with his position and role. Niehaus shared pictures of his social media page on X while boarding an aircraft to Cape Town, where MPs, including himself, will be sworn in officially today, Friday. I'm very grateful that the EFF has given me an opportunity now to come to Parliament to serve as an MP for the Red Betters. It is certain of my intention to pursue the goals for economic freedom in our lifetime as set out in the EFF founding documents and also extrapolated on in the party's 2024 election manifesto, he said. Niehaus said it was 27 years since he was last in Parliament. Since then, a lot happened. Since then, the ANC progressively sold out. The fact that the ANC has now entered into coalition with the DA, which is white right-wing, economically neoliberal party that does not care for the majority of black and especially African people in the country, shows that my assessment when I resigned from the ANC was absolutely correct, Niehaus said. ANC national spokesperson Mahlengi Bengu Motsiri was asked for a reaction to Niehaus' assertions. However, she has not responded by the time of going to print. And that's it from Injibs Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.